Hey, Chad here and welcome back to White Label Masterclass. In this video, we're going to talk about the logo design hacks for your product rebranding. As you remember in the previous video, we went through the naming process, how to name your product and how to find the matching domain name. Now we want to translate that into a visual branding element, and that's what we're talking about. Now, not everything needs a logo. Sometimes you can create an info product and you don't need maybe a logo for that. You just have to design any cover and it's enough. But the logo is essential if you are talking about software because it's a product that is not just an information product, and the branding element is very important. And anyway, in general, always give attention to the branding process, because this is part of your product's value, and it will help you also in the future when you have a series of product. If you have them like in a logo format, they display very well in your portfolio of a product. All right. And finally, sometimes maybe you will have the chance to flip your product to sell it to somebody else. And once again, if the branding is really adding value to the product, then you can ask for more money for your own product. All right. So that's why it's really important. We're not going to do an MBA of design or a master's of design and logo design or brand identity. We're trying to keep it simple. But before I start and show you, my hacks on how to quickly create interesting product logo design, I want to take you through the 6 type of logos that exist. That's the people in the industry, in the brand identity industry, talk about. It's good to know about them. It's going to take us like 3 minutes. I'm going to show you each type of logo and how it looks, because this may help you in case you are not designing your own logo by yourself and you want to outsource this to an outside designer on Fiverr, on 99 Designs, or maybe you found a designer somewhere else to do the work for you. It's good to know, those types of logos, so you know what you're talking about and you know what to ask for. All right. So as precise you are when you outsource something, as good results you have. All right. So let's jump in for the moment. We're going to go through those 6 types of logos, and then I'm going to tell you why only one type of logos will fit for us, so we can move quickly and create interesting logo design. All right. Let's jump in. Types of logos. All right. There are 6 basic types of logos. Knowing the different types of logos is really one of the first steps in the logo design process. So let's go and jump in. The first kind of logo is what we call wordmark. And here I have examples. These are typographic logos that spells out the company or product brand name, and they use a unique distinctive typography design, and here are the examples, like Coca-Cola. When you see the typography, even if you don't see Coca-Cola written, even if you see something else, your brain is going to see Coca-Cola. Maybe they're not as strong, the other examples, but Facebook, Visa, Google, as you see, the typography is part of the logo. All right. So that's the first type, is called wordmark. The second type is called lettermark, and lettermarks are typographic symbols representing the company or product, and most often they use the company's initial. For example, here you have CNN, P&G, H&M, or IBM. All right, so let's move to the third type of logo that we call brandmark, and this logo type is for iconic symbols and represent really the company in a simple but bold manner. All right, this works really for strong brands, brands that spend a lot of money on advertising and brand awareness. So you would really recognize the brand just from, the specific icon. All right. So this is really clear, like, Apple or Nike. These are really iconic brands, and you don't need anything else to describe what the brand is about. Okay. So this is the most difficult kind of brand type, and this, as I said, this works only for big brands that spend really a huge amount of money on advertising and branding. Number 4, it's what we call emblem logos, and these are, it's like a design shaped like a seal, a badge, or a shield, that in case it's the company or brand name. Here you have For example, you see Harley Davidson or BMW, but also you can see Starbucks or UPS. So they're inside, you know, a shield or a form, and they form really a very strong badge or seal or shield. You know, it's very powerful. So here again, there is a lot of work in the design and combining both the format of the shield, the colors, and also how you put the name of the company inside that shield or badge. Number 5 is what we call illustrative logos, and this is where it's more, you know, there is a more detailed illustration, and it just not represent only a text or an abstract symbol, but really a real object or a person. All right, it works well for personal branding. For example, if you want to put your face on the logo, so this format, this illustrative logos would work well. As you see here, this is an example, but also it works well for the food industry, as you see here with Pringles. Okay, and finally, number 6 is what we call combination or hybrid logos. So this is the kind of hybrid between wordmark and brandmark, which means it includes both a visual design alongside the company's or product's name. So, and more specifically, the visual element is mostly an icon. So you see here, you know, there is like an icon and the name of the company. All right, so it's simple and it's very powerful. And this is the directions that we're gonna take, because that's the easiest way for us to just combine, you know, a specific icon that fits with the description of your product, your company, or your, you know, information product or your software, and the name of that software. So these are company names, but also, you know, like Walmart also works well. And here's an example of a software product that most of us know. If you are working, you know, in the industry of the internet marketing industry. And as you see here, Easy Sketch Pro, it's the name, the choice of the font, together with an icon. So this is where we should go. This is the direction that we should take, because it's easy to create, and at the same time you can have something unique and part of what your product is about. All right. So now let's go in the concrete stuff. I wanted to show you the different kind of logos. So we have, you know, the background, and as I said, you can also talk with the designer if you are outsourcing that part. But as I said, for us, if we are doing it ourselves, I suggest we go with this hybrid kind of logo. And let's dive in and see here what I mean. For example, so the formula is having an icon plus the product name and the choice of the fonts. That's the hack, that's the formula. This is how I suggest we create our product logo. To give you something more concrete, let's say we have here an icon. We just add the name, the description of what we're talking about, video canvas. Then we can combine here to divide those names. We can have one is more bold, one is thinner, and also we can have 2 colors. You can see here how I choose the colors that really are part of the logo. So, you know, this color here, we find it here, and this one, we find it here. All right. And we can change, you know, it's your choice, but the idea is you should keep simple and it should make sense. You cannot have here some colors and then you play with some totally different colors in the description and the font part of your logo. All right. Let me show you another example here. So we have here an icon. Then we have the description. We're talking about social media, social engage pro. So once again here, I use the same blue here that is here. And then I just called, you know, divided between bold and non-bold with a very simple font. You can also have a more, you know, more complicated or more complex font choice. But my suggestion is to keep it simple. And as you can see, you can have it clean and really professional, and it doesn't miss any, you know, it's really as good as any other software in the market. All right. So this is the formula that I suggest you follow. All right. So now what we should do is, you know, your question I'm sure would be where to find those icons. All right. Because the idea is we have to find icons that fit, find one icon that fit with your product description and your product, what the product does. and the right naming and the choice of your fonts. So I'm gonna have this also, you'll find it in the members area, the small Rolodex of 5 websites, but we're gonna go through those right away just to see what you can find in each one of those resources. So the first one is iconfinder.com. Let us jump in here to our browser. Here it is. So this is iconfinder.com, and you will find here both free and paid icons. So what you would do here is you would go and use the search engine of the websites. That's the easier way to find what you're looking for. Let's say we're looking for something related to video. You would just write here video and you click, and what you get here all these icons. If you have this at the top, you will have the paid one, but as you see here, the price is really low. You're paying like $1, $1.50. Is not really expensive, so you can choose here what you want. But then below that, you will find the free logo, the free icons. So you can also choose between all those free icons as you see here. All right, so you have really a big choice. You can play around. You can combine a couple of things together, change the color. Once you choose your logo, you can play your icon, sorry. You can play with it and, combine it, as I said, with the right font, and you have something interesting. So this is one place where you see here, you have really a big choice. And, let's choose one. Let's say we want this one. You just click. And you see you have different format. You can choose PNG format. You can choose whatever you want. And let's say we want to go for the PNG format. And here you download it. And here you have it. Okay. And then you can open it, with maybe Photoshop, or if you don't have Photoshop, you just use something else. There are a lot of like Canva.com or PicMonkey or .com. There are a lot of, or pixelart.com. I'm gonna write this somewhere so you could also find those image editors that would help you create your logo. But there is also a hack that I use a lot. I just use simply PowerPoint or Keynote, and you can use it as a place where you would combine your logo together with your icon, together with your font and color, and find the right color combinations, and it would work very well. All right. The only part where you will need some editing is changing the color of your logo if it's black. All right. As I said, for this you would need probably Photoshop, but there are some other ways. I'm going to show you the next website, and I'll tell you why it's interesting. So the next website is called Icon Monster. It's iconmonster.com, as you see here. And basically, it's the same thing. You have here a choice of icons, but the difference is, first of all, let's say we're looking for something. Let's look here for video once again. And you have here 62 icons. So what's the beauty about this is that once you choose an icon, let's say we choose this one, okay, you can do something that doesn't work anywhere else. And let me see how it works here. Let's say we want this format. So we choose the PNG format, and then you can color it from here, from the software. That's the beauty. Let's say you have the color code already. You can just put here the color code, and you have here your icon is already colored for you, following the color code of your choice that fits with your branding. I mean, this is fantastic. All right. And you can choose here to play with the dimension and a lot of other things, but the main feature here is that you can color your icon. So you can choose really, or by color code, or if you just play around with this, you can just color it the way you want, and you have your icon. And this is really great because once you download it, it follows the colors that you went for, that you have chosen. All right, you just say here agree and download, and here you are, you have your icon. So now you can combine the icon with the name of your product and you have a product logo. All right, so that's what I love about iconmonster.com. all right, here it is, iconmonster.com, and as I said, this is the incredible feature. You can color your icon before you download it. All right, that's really a very cool feature. Let's go to the third one. The third site that I recommend is called the Noun Project, thenounproject.com. And here, what's good that you have really a huge amount of icons. All right, so let's go and write video once again. And this time you will see you have an incredible number of icons. It's really a very big number. You know, it will never end here. And this is one of the advantages, that for anything you can imagine, you can have here the icon that fits for you, for your needs. So as you see here, you have a huge choice, but you know, you can choose anything else. Let's say we want to, let's look for something else. Let's look here for the word funnel. Let's see if we can find something. So here, look at, you have all this. Let's say if you have something related to a marketing funnel. For example, I use this one, okay, for one of my products. So you see how cool it is. So that's the nounproject.com. Here again, here when you want to download it, there is a small, you know, element you should really take care of, because, you know, when you download it, here I clicked on this, I just say I want to download it, and you choose here the PNG format, and here, you know, you will have to be a member, so you have to have your account here to be able to download it. But it's free. I mean, it's free to have an account, but once you download it, you have the choice between a paid version and a free version. The free version is for personal use. The paid version, which normally they would charge you $1 or $2 depending on the icon, it's for commercial use. All right, but still we're talking about really you know, nothing. You know, $1 it's not gonna break your budget. Okay, so that's it for these are 3 resources for specific for icons. Now I'm going to show you another 2 websites, where these are websites where you have to pay to buy your images or icons, but they're very interesting also to find all kind of icons that fit, that work well as you know, as branding elements, as part of your logo. Okay, the first one, it's called Creative Market. So I love this Creative Market. It's, you know, they have everything. It's not just about icons. They have all kind of offers, fonts and logos, and really all kind of things that are incredible. Here, for example, you can buy 920 logos for just $29, and then that are editable, in the sense that then you can let's see here if there are some examples. All right, so you see here, there are all kind of logos that would, you know, that would help you create, you know, a brand. But I want to go also to the icons part, where in the same time here you have, you know, bundles of icons, and they're really, you know, for $20, $30, you can find a lot of interesting things. All right. So here it's about buying just a whole bundle of icons. That's true, but at the same time you have the choice. You have really a huge choice of icons that would fit for any need and any style. All right, so you just have to look here and think a little bit about how important is your logo, and see if it's worth investment. Look here, you have, for example, $15. All right, 200 business icons. Let's have a look. They look interesting. All right, so let's see here what we have. All right, so you see there are all kinds of icons here, and a lot of them would fit as a, you know, as part of your logo. All right, so let's go back. and see if there is something else. I mean, you have the choice. You can really, if you have a small budget, you can really shop around and find, you know, on creativemarket.com all kind of interesting icons. And as I said, you know, you have all the styles and all the, you know, dimensions, everything really. You see, you don't have to have only the serious kind of icons. You can have something more fun, as you see here, more colorful. You really have a huge choice. And once again, as I said, they fit really very well and for the creation of your logos. Okay, so this is really one of my favorite resources. As I said, if you have the budget, if you have a small budget, this is a fantastic place to look for your icons. Finally, I'm going to show you another place. This is, you know, it's called depositphotos.com. You may think this is just for images. Yes, but also you can find they have a huge collection of icons that would fit, you know, and I want to show you here. I'm going to sign in to my account and show you a few examples. All right. So what you want to do when you're looking for something here that would be more as an icon, you write here what you're looking for. Let's put video, but instead of all images, you check here only the vectors. So if you check only the vectors, you will have, you know, you'll have illustrations, but you'll also have icons. And you know, so you have bundles of icons, but here the difference is that it costs very little. This, for example, you would get all this for just maybe a couple of dollars. You know, you pay just for the bundle, and it's very, very cheap. Here is another bundle. So there are, as I said, also illustrations, but you are looking for those kind of colored icons or black and white icons, and to know what you want to do with them. All right, as you see here, the choice is big. One, for example, this one, 35 icons. Once again, you are paying only for the bundle for $2. This is really, it couldn't be cheaper than that. I mean, this is really incredible. It's a great deal for you. All right, let me just jump here and see some more if there are. As you see, you know, you have a big choice. Okay, that's depositphoto.com. I use it also a lot. You see here you have all kind of icons that would help you create really very nice logos. So that's it. I showed you 5 places where you can find icons to create your logo, and I showed you that the formula is really simple. It's putting here an icon together with a choice of fonts, going, you know, for the simple thing, just having maybe a difference between the fonts that would be normal fonts or bold fonts. So you could divide here the words, playing with the colors, being consistent with the colors of the icons, and you have a great logo. I hope this is useful and this will help you create fantastic logos for your product. And if you have questions, once again, hit the button above and just send me your questions. I'll be more than happy to help you.